The evolution process began more than 4 billion years ago, since molecules were able to create identical copies, which in turn led to the creation of the first simple cells and then the creation of the first animals. If you were allowed to return to the past, you will have different animals and plants now. Living organisms change gradually over millions of years so that you can live in the world around them. Today we will recognize some animals, birds and plants that have evolved over the years to adapt to the new environment surrounding them, but before we show it, do not forget to press like and press the subscribe button on the channel. First, horse did not create the horse. The form or size that we see at the present time was the primitive model of the horse, created a small size and ends his lists with fingers. As the shift of the land of marsh to the plains gradually developed horse lists as it became longer and ends with hooves more solid. Second, green lizards. Green lizards lived on the branches and tree branches in Florida, even invaded the brown lizards of those branches and trunks, and because of the limited resources there was competition between them on food and housing, and forced the green lizards to leave branches and trunks and move to the heads of trees, and is known to the leaves of the trees were smooth, so the lizards had to adapt to this environmental shift so that they could stick to the leaves of smooth trees. In 15 years their fingers grew bigger and became more solid. Third, blind cave fish. Evolution does not necessarily make animals more complex, but may lead to animals with a simpler structure if it fits in with their lifestyle. At first, the cave fish was able to see, but over time and from the darkness of the caves in which it lived, it lost its eyes and became unable to see. Fourthly, at first birds had teeth, not beaks, but over time these teeth turned into beaks. The reason for this is that the beak will make the weight of the bird lighter, than it can fly more easily, and the process of evolution has introduced changes to birds' beaks where they took different forms to suitable for eating. There are some birds with a strong beak to break nuts, and some of them have a beak in the form of a catcher so as to be able to catch insects. Fifth, climate change may force many animals to adapt to survive. The owls in Finland is a good example of this. The owls is gray and brown. The gray owls is obvious to be found in the winter. Its gray color helps to hide in the snow to protect himself from predators. But given climate change over the past 50 years, winter has become more moderate. The researchers noticed that the color the gray owls is declining and turning brown to merge with bare brown branches in the forest and protect themselves from predators. Sixth, since 120 million years ago, dinosaurs had a diet consisting of ferns, conifers and other primitive plants. The flowers that we see now did not exist in this age, they were only giant green plants. After 65 million years, plants evolved into the seeds. This period dinosaurs were still existed, but it was on the brink of extinction, and had already adapted to a new diet of seeds. And then extinct dinosaurs and emerged another group of animals, namely mammals. Flowering plants appeared and then varied fruits, including some types of grains and nuts and many vegetables, and eventually the evolution of humans anew, the cultivation of different varieties of fruits and seeds and flowers different also. We should not overlook the role of insects in the pollination of flowers, which in turn led to the development of flowers and their diversity in terms of colors and fragrances attractive. So, we have reached the end of video, so if you like the video, press like and do not forget to subscribe to the channel.